we knew that was going to be a difficult game today against Houston. They have been improving. They brought new players. We saw that they were coming with confidence from last match. So we expected to be a tough match. And I was very proud of the performance today of everybody. We had to make rotations. We had to not only think about today, but also think ahead of the stretch that we're going to have and the games that are coming. And it was phenomenal to see the performances of guys coming in that showed to be strong today, like Bonilla, like Paredes, Barley starting as a striker. And then the guys that came in brought even more energy to make sure that we had a very important result. So overall, a very good performance. We have to continue to progress. We're still limited with numbers. So that's why today is even more special.
Okay, we'll go to questions, beginning with Kyle Garcia, Stumptown Footy.
Hi, Coach. You've already touched on it a lot, but obviously this is a big match just because you were able to play a lot of your bench and get a little bit of a rotation in there to, give guys who don't always see minutes some important minutes. How important is it to see that, not only that these guys can get minutes and, be a solid substitute, but also get minutes and then win games and get 3 points for you guys?
It was not a surprise. I see these players every single practice. I see their desire. I see how much they're improving. I see that how much they want to participate and contribute to the team. And we saw it today. So definitely was not a surprise to see them perform. So I was very content in what everybody put in. Hopefully in this stretch of matches, we can have everybody on the field, the way everybody can share minutes, the way everybody can participate. And the important thing is to continue to work very hard. And now we analyze this match, we look at the things that we need to improve and prepare for what is coming on Wednesday. But I think today also there was an extra special motivation that it was to perform and dedicate this game for Valeri's father as well. We are a family, and today was very important for us, because of what happened to Valeri and how much we wanted to contribute to him.
Paul Danzer, Portland Tribune.
Hey, Gio, I wondered if you talk a little bit about halftime adjustments, getting Dario on, and Bravo out on the left seemed to have a much not easier but more solid second half. Just talk about that adjustment there, because Pasher was giving him the challenge there early in the game.
Yes, towards the last part of the first half, there were moments in which they were able to find the spacing behind our attacking players inside of the field. We were not closing the spaces well enough in order for them to prohibit them from penetrating those passes through. And once those balls went in and out, they created dangerous moments. And then we were able to be 1v1 in the wide areas, and we needed to be better to close those spaces. And the reason was because we were very aggressive in our pressure. We kept on going forward. In some moments, we went at the wrong time, eager to wanted to win the ball. So in the second half, we closed those spaces much better. We connected a little bit more, and the associations were much better. And one thing also that was very important for us was to try to keep our wingers a little bit wider, especially in the switch. And I think that created a lot of problems for them, and we couldn't capitalize. I think we created very good chances in the second half. Unfortunately, we couldn't put them away, but the important part is that the team was able to move the ball well and create opportunities.
Caitlin Murray, Oregonian.
Gio, it seemed like the crowd was pretty loud, even at a reduced capacity, and you guys were playing on the front foot. I'm wondering, did the atmosphere of this game feel a little more normal, or how would you compare it to playing throughout 2020?
It feels closer and closer to normality. Seeing the fans with the scarf and the national anthem, the way they supported us through the entire match, the passion that they bring to the stadium. I mean, it's the soul of this game. It's the soul of our club. And today the support was phenomenal, and it's not even yet a full stadium. So every person that was here today, make sure that we felt the support of them, and it was incredible. So amazing. I mean, sometimes I'm speechless, because a year like last year without anyone here, now today you know how much you miss them.
Kyle Pinnell.
Hello, Gio. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. Gio, you touched a little bit on bringing some bench players in, a player like Blake Bodley. I'm kind of curious. You also brought Felipe Mora off the bench later in the second half, and of course he contributed to that second goal. What did you think of him in more of that coming off the bench tonight and having more fresh legs in the second half to be able to use that movement to help your team get that goal in the second half?
Yeah, as I said, we needed to plan ahead, not only for this match. The players needed to focus only in this game, which they did. For us, the staff, we needed to think about the stretch that is coming, and it was important for us to have some substitutions plan, like we did with Jimmy and Valeri and Suparic and Mabiala, 45 minutes, that way they can share minutes. As you mentioned, also Mora came into the game, gave us some very good things. He was fresh, and especially in the moment that he found a good space in behind from Tuloma's ball. He was clever enough to see behind Paredes and leave it right there in a perfect situation for us to score the goal that gave us the win. But there were other very good moments in which he had great movement. He found the ball, he got in behind, he created chances. And defensively, he kept us in good balance. So the important part that was to make sure that we came out of this match with a win, with no injuries, with players with limited minutes to be ready for Wednesday. And thank God things were accomplished today.
Joe Becker, K2.
Gio, good to see you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So you've been playing the CONCACAF games and the MLS games, and even though you lost last week, it seems that the team's really been consistent all four games in how well they've played, don't you think?
I believe so. I think we've been consistent. I think that even against Vancouver, which was the only negative result so far, I thought that the team looked strong. We did a lot of good things. We just couldn't capitalize on the opportunities that we created, and unfortunately gave up on a set piece goal. But I agree with you. The team has been very consistent. Whoever comes into the match does a great job to make sure that they execute the plan. And all this with a limited group, because we have a lot of injuries. We cannot forget that we don't have Jebo, Seba, Niesgoda, Polo, Clark. I mean, we have a limited roster, but it never feels that way, because everyone is working very hard. Everyone is ready to contribute. And the consistency is been there every single match.
Time for one more. We'll go to Will Conwell.
Gio, we've talked a lot about the subs and the rotations that have been made, but at the same time, you've got a couple of guys like Diego Chara, who is just always wants to be in there. It seems like he's always playing. How do you make sure to take care of a guy like him, or does he need taking care of? Does he just go forever?
I mean, first of all, he's incredible in the way he performs every single match, and having a player next to him that was fresh like Paredes definitely contributed for him to feel that he had someone that was full of energy next to him, like we saw today with Paredes. Chara is also very smart. He knows how to manage himself. And there will be a moment in which we'll have to give him also some rest. He's been recovering very quickly from game to game. He's been very professional, like every other player, to make sure that they do what is necessary in order to be ready for the next match. But we have to think about when is the moment that he needs to rest, when to do it. And we have planned Connolly through this stretch to make sure that we try to share minutes and try to manage the roster that we have.